Hey guys, bringing another traditional knife video today. This knife is not vintage. I bought it a couple years ago, but the pattern is the elephant toenail. Some guys call these sunfish. And so we're going to be talking about the pattern today of this knife and a little bit of the history of a elephant toenail. And just a massive knife. It is 4 1/8 inches long, and let me measure real quick here. And it's an inch tall or wide, however you want to call that. And they're just massive knives. When I first started knife collecting, and I saw this pattern, I just was like, yeah, these guys are just trying to sell a knife, trying to produce something different, weird to sell knives. But after I got this, it's an awesome knife. So this fits into your hand really well. I mean, it's just like fits so naturally into my hand. And the blades on these things are pretty thick. Some of them can be about 3/8 inch wide. And so it's a really good EDC knife. We're going to talk about that a little bit as we go on. But, if you like this video, you could really help me out by liking it. And if you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe. We're going to be doing a lot of knife videos. And so this is 4 1/8 inch long. It has nickel silver bolsters, brass pins, and brass liners. And this knife is in a Cutlery River, which is a branding. Let's see if I could get it in. It is branding of Frost Cutlery. There we go. See that? And I like their Cutlery River knives. It seems like they're higher quality than the other Frost knives. And Frost produces mainly collectible knives, so I don't know whether you can really EDC these. If you guys want to make a comment, if you've had one of these knives and EDC'd them, I'd like to know whether they hold up. I've never EDC'd this, and I don't plan to. But and the reason I really don't plan to is it's got a really cool, look at the detail on that elephant. Really cool. And that is created by a frosting. So this is black frosted, really sharp looking. And I don't want to EDC that and mess it up. It's kind of cool. And you've got matchstick thumbnail there. And on the other one, you have a pen blade, and this pen blade is as big as a lot of primary blades on folding knives. This knife is just huge. This is supposed to be black buffalo horn, but a lot of this stuff is just cow horn that is dyed, because buffalo horn is very fibrous, and it's really hard to get buffalo horn smooth. And so knife makers just use cow horn and call it black buffalo because you won't know any difference. But I don't think that's buffalo horn. So it's a well-made knife, very smooth on your transitions and here. Pretty good knife. Your standard fare for Frost. This knife costs a little bit more than your normal Frost knife, and I think you get to see some gapping in the liners there. But I just bought it as an example of a elephant's toe. So these knives are actually a pretty old pattern of knife. So they came out around the 1860s, and they were used mainly by carpenters, framers, and people that strung trolley lines and telegraph cable line. And that blade, I guess, came in really handy when you were stringing those lines. And this is one of those patterns. Knife companies in the beginning of the 20th century had thousands of different models. And after World War II, with the collapse of American cutlery, a lot of that went down to about 20 patterns of knives, 20 models. And this is one of the ones that just kind of went away. After World War II, sometimes, a sunfish would be produced as a special edition knife or a limited edition knife or a collector, part of a collector offering. But they went out of production, right? Regular production. So Frost and companies like Rough Rider have brought these back, and you could just buy them as part of a regular production knife. And of course, Case from time to time offers these knives, and you can get other Chinese companies that make them, but that's why I bought it. I wanted to, and I still want to get a vintage one, but I just haven't been able to find one that I want that I actually can obtain. So I keep getting outbid on these things. And the ones that I would have been able to get, I didn't really want. So that's one of the advantages of these type of collector knives. I have an example, and I thought that was a ridiculous knife pattern, but when I actually got it, I understood it. I got it. Once you handle it, you realize, oh yeah, this is a pretty good knife and could be pretty useful. It slips into the pocket easily, although it's a little heavy. It's around 5 ounces, a little more than 5 ounces, and so it is a little heavy in your pocket. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it if you did, and if you'd like to see more content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It will really help me out. Remember that you shall know the truth shall set you free. And thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate it, guys. Bye.